Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Debate DC. I'm Daniel Cormier, and I got my man Justin over here. Now, listen, Justin has learned that in order to get on the show, you got to say some ridiculous shit. So Justin said some ridiculous shit. Justin comes at me and tells me that Sean Payton, the head coach of the New Orleans Saints, is overrated, which to me is absolutely absurd. So, Justin, the floor is yours, my friend. Would you please tell me what ridiculousness you have come up with to try and prove this point? By the way, Justin, I'm at a wrestling tournament. So I've taken time off between the matches to come here and lay the smack down on you. So you better get your
appreciate that. I'm in between meetings too, so I appreciate that, DC.
Right, let's do it, Justin.
Let me just lay it out. So, good coach. You're a wrestling fan. Mid-carder, upper mid-carder of a coach.
Oh, no.
And here are the reasons why. Despite all that talent, one Super Bowl appearance and victory. Yes. That's a fact. I might even argue he's not even the best coach right now in his own division. Brucey Arians developed Big Ben.
No. You ain't gonna throw. Hey, listen, you ain't gonna throw Bruce Arians at me as the best coach of the division. Listen, I understand, but when you're Bruce Arians, you're toiling away in Tampa Bay. And then Tom Brady comes and brings an all-star cast of characters with him. You can't say Bruce Arians is the best coach in the division when Bruce Arians inherited a smorgasbord of athletes. He inherited Gronk. He inherited Leonard Fournette. These guys all came together. It's like when LeBron James went to the Miami Heat. It's Anthony Davis and LeBron getting together right now. It's the big three of Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, and Ray Allen. So don't come over here with Bruce Arians. You're saying that Sean Payton is not only the best coach in the NFC South. Sean Payton is one of the top 3 coaches in the NFL today.
Okay.
Today.
So you're incorrect with that. And his comp, I will say this, is Mike McCarthy. If you want to even throw out the Bruce Arians.
The Cowboys.
McCarthy. And listen to this. Listen to this. And I was shocked too. You got to listen to this though. As many losing seasons, 4. And Mike McCarthy's last one was last year when he lost Dak. Same playoff resume, both with 1 Super Bowl win and 1 Super Bowl appearance. In fact, McCarthy, more playoff wins and the same amount of losses. Career percentage wins, 62-60. So when you look at it, they are the same guy. And what's the common denominator? They both had a star. They both had a star.
They both have a star. No.
McCarthy has had a star.
McCarthy has had multiple stars. He had Aaron Rodgers, and now he has Dak Prescott. So this is not the same. The same. Sean Payton has coached Drew Brees, Taysom Hill, and Jameis Winston. So
I have a question for you.
Bring it.
Is it on Sean Payton that he did not go get the future quarterback?
No. It's not on Sean Payton. It's on Mickey Loomis and the rest of the front office.
We know he's coach GM.
But listen, we know that. Justin, but here's the deal, Justin. Here's the deal. Mike McCarthy can't take Taysom Hill and go 3-1. Mike McCarthy can't hide the deficiencies of what we have on offense this year and be at 6-7. Mike McCarthy can't make Jameis Winston a guy that throws 35 touchdowns and 33 interceptions in 1 year and then turn him into a legit starter in the NFL that's 5-2. Like this is where you're missing.
I understand. I get what you're saying.
No, hold on, Justin. This is what. Thank you, Justin. Finally, you get some sense. Finally, some sense. What you're missing is this, Justin. This is what you're missing. You're missing the fact that in Sean Payton's defense, he never had a defense. For years, we did not have a defense. For years, Sean Payton had to take guys like Marcus Colston, a 7th-round draft pick. He had to take Alvin Kamara and build an offense around a 3rd or 4th-round draft pick to be one of the leading and the best running backs in the NFL today. He is an absolute mastermind on offense, and that is why the Saints have had a run of success unmatched in franchise history. Justin, listen.
You're comparing. See, you're talking about franchise history. You're talking about it in a term that when they were paper bags over the head, which was a little bit before my time.
I'm not talking about my time.
If you look at that resume, though, there's gaps of 7-9, 7-9, 8-8, 8-8. then a run of success with Payton, and then 7-9, 7-9 again.
Yes.
So now it's going to be, to me, he's a system coach.
But
Drew Brees was the reason. Drew Brees was the reason. Drew's gone
Drew Brees,
and scratching. When you beat the Jets, you better beat the Jets. So I'm looking at the quality of wins here. And
but we also have beaten. But we also have beaten the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who you just sat up here and called. You just sat up here and called. You just sat up here and called Bruce Arians the greatest coach in the NFC South, and we beat them with Jameis Winston as a quarterback. And then Jameis Winston didn't even finish the game. He tore his ACL, and we still blew them dudes out. We have not only beaten them, we have beaten the Green Bay Packers this year.
That being said, in the big games, though, since their Super Bowl run, you can't argue it. Now, I will say this,
but I can't.
Things have happened. Some crazy things have happened. Like that Minnesota stuff, crazy.
Dude, like, come on. The miracle in Minnesota.
Like, I'm not an idiot. I can recognize some crazy stuff is happening in it.
Yes. So when you sit here and you say stuff like one Super Bowl appearance, one Super Bowl victory, we're ignoring the Minnesota miracle. We're ignoring the following year in Minnesota. We're ignoring years where the Saints were the best team in the NFC, and by some chance, we did not get it done. The reality is,
then we're going to ignore the fact that their one Super Bowl run came against a Minnesota team that was better than them, and if it wasn't for a crossbody Brett Favre losing his mind,
but that's the thing.
They might not, or a great designed out. See,
Justin, this is what
it could go both ways.
No, but Justin, this is where you guys don't get it, right? And I swear to God, you probably love Brett Favre, the old gunslinger. Everybody loves the old gunslinger until he does some dumb shit. He's an idiot. Everybody loves the old gunslinger until he does some dumb shit, causes them that win in the NFC Championship game. Sure. And now we want to point back to, well, Brett Favre didn't lose his mind. Then the Saints won the Super Bowl. But ultimately, the Saints won the Super Bowl. And this is a guy that now has been in New Orleans for 15 years, 16 years. And for 16 years, we have competed as one of the top teams in the entire NFL. The longevity, the talent development, drafting. Bro, we drafted Camara. We drafted Colston. We drafted Cam Jordan. We have drafted Michael Thomas.
So the good drafts for Sean Payton, but the bad things with not the quarterback or Mickey?
No. Hey, listen, I'm not saying that he's responsible for those drafts. I'm saying that as Drew Brees was on the way out, there was a bit of a false sense of security in Taysom Hill and then Jameis Winston. Because when you look at what Teddy Bridgewater did, it gives you the impression that because Sean is such a great coach, it does not matter the talent of the quarterback, he will ultimately lead them to victory. But the only reason you hear it every day at my employer, ESPN, Sean Payton is this, Sean Payton, because Sean Payton is everyone.
I'm in Canada, man. We don't get ESPN. We only get TSN. And you should know that working with Ariel. We don't get these ESPN hot takes. I'll say this. I've never said that he's a bad coach. I said he's overrated. And that's where you said he's not as good as Belichick. He's not as good as Tomlin.
Nope.
He's not as good as Harbaugh. He's not as good as Andy Reid.
But that's it.
You got to take Belichick out.
But that's where I stop. That's where you stop. It's Belichick, it's Tomlin, and then you got him and Andy Reid right together. You got him and Andy, because how many? Andy Reid had no Super Bowl until he got a Patrick Mahomes.
They're very linear, but the way that Sean Payton's talked about, I think that gap of Belichick and him, I think Belichick even out. I think Harbaugh.
No, Belichick.
I think that Tomlin. It's not even close.
Belichick is the greatest coach in the NFL by far.
Exactly. So you put him off. So we put him to the side.
He's number one.
But Tomlin, I'm saying Tomlin and Payton, the way that Payton's talked about, you would think they'd be talking about that for Tomlin, but it's not. But Tomlin, much more success, obviously for reasons.
Yes.
But
yes. But Mike Tomlin, hey, I've said it publicly. Mike Tomlin's a better coach at Pittsburgh than Bill Cowher ever was. I don't know if we'll ever hear that, but he is. But I'm telling you got to start putting Sean Payton right around 3 and 4 in the top NFL coaches in the game today because of what he has done. And at times, he's had to do it. Bro, he outscored teams for 8 to 10 years with just his offense because the defense was that bad, Justin. So, Justin, now I give you the floor for your closing argument. Because at this point, it doesn't even matter.
I think my argument spoke for itself. I think
it's pretty solid. It's pretty solid.
In the sphere of it, great coach. But for me, when I think of that rush, like that.
Mount Rushmore.
Mount
Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore of talent for coaches. He's not there, not to take away. And that playoff loss and not planning for post Breeze. I think we both could have said that Taysom Hill wasn't that guy. Now I do think Jameis could have been that thing that propelled him.
But here's the question. Are we talking the Mount Rushmore of coaching all time? Because we listed guys that aren't on.
I'm saying
we're
even
talking
today.
About the top 4 coaches today.
I'm even saying
right
today.
I think he's right on the verge.
But the way he's talked about, not even, you're a fan, so of course you should boost him up by that. But like you said, he's not on that. When I think of those guys, yeah, I would put Andy Reid there. I would put, we've talked Tomlin, even Harbaugh, who does have that similar status. But I think in terms of, also, we're talking about it, the South's been all right, but it's not death row of a division. So you got to factor those things in. I know there's been a little run of Falcons here and there, and then the Panthers, but the Saints for sure have been the linear point. I think I made some good points.
Because of coach, you did make some good points. You came with a strong argument. You made some good points, and ultimately the fans will decide whether or not you got the job done. But ultimately, I have not lost one yet. But I will say this. You were much better prepared than most people were when they've come on, and I appreciate your time. I know it's probably freezing up in Canada, my man.
And it is, man. It is. Thank you for all you do. Honestly, you were a great champion, and you're a better person as a family man. So I do appreciate this opportunity.
Justin, I appreciate your argument, man. Listen, guys, that's just another win for DC, at least in my humble opinion. You know, I'm the judge, jury, and executioner of the show. So I make the rules. I choose the winners. But you guys decide. Tell us in the comments. Guys, everywhere you get your apps at, download the Vover app. Submit those questions every week to Debate DC. I'll answer those questions also. And maybe you, next time, that's getting beat just like Justin right now all the way from Canada. I mean, he just wants to get punished. Justin, again, my friend, thank you so much. I appreciate the time and effort. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.